Imagine being granted one wish, anything you desire. Yet, the wish you make sends chills down everyone's spine. Now let's delve into a tale from biblical history that mirrors just this scenario. A tale of power, revenge, and a chilling request. In the heart of this narrative, we find ourselves amidst a grand celebration, King Herod's birthday feast. As the evening unfolds, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of exotic delicacies, a dance performance takes center stage. The performer? None other than Herod's stepdaughter. Her grace, her beauty, her captivating presence, it leaves Herod spellbound. Overwhelmed by her performance, he promises her a reward, anything she wishes for, even up to half of his kingdom. But the girl, caught in a web of manipulation and revenge, turns to her mother Herodias for counsel. You see, Herodias had a grudge against a man named John the Baptist. John had boldly condemned her marriage to Herod, as she was previously the wife of Herod's brother. This public humiliation was something Herodias could neither forgive nor forget. So when the opportunity arose, she seized it with both hands. Herodias instructed her daughter to make a request that would echo through the corridors of time. She asked for the head of John the Baptist on a platter. A gruesome wish, one that shook Herod to his core. Yet, bound by his oath and the guests who had heard it, he complied. A chilling request indeed, but where did the girl take the head of John the Baptist? This question leads us deeper into the tale, unraveling a journey that's as intriguing as it is macabre. Yet within it we find lessons that still resonate today, lessons of courage, resilience, and the ultimate triumph of truth. The terror of holding a prophet's severed head is unimaginable, but what followed next is even more chilling. Imagine the dread that filled the room as a young girl was handed the head of John the Baptist on a gleaming platter. The biblical accounts paint a vivid picture of her fear and shock. The beheading of John, a well-known prophet, was a horrifying spectacle that sent ripples of terror through the attendees. The book of Mark, chapter 6, verses 24 to 28, recounts this chilling tale. The girl, daughter of Herodias, was manipulated into requesting the head of John the Baptist, a demand that King Herod was compelled to fulfill despite his reluctance. The sight of the prophet's severed head must have been a shocking spectacle for her, an innocent pawn in her mother's vengeful plot. The fear was not limited to the young girl alone. The attendees witnessing this gruesome event were filled with dread. It was a display of power and ruthlessness that was meant to instill fear. The room, once filled with the sounds of revelry, was now filled with hushed whispers and gasps of horror. The fear was palpable, a chilling undercurrent that swept through the room. It was a stark reminder of the lengths to which people would go to satisfy their pride and vengeance. The attendees, witnesses to this horrifying spectacle, were left with a chilling reminder of the gruesome event. Fear is a powerful emotion. It can grip us, paralyze us, and even control our actions. The attendees, gripped by fear, must have questioned their loyalty to a king who would commit such a heinous act. Fear had gripped the hearts of many, but the head of John the Baptist had yet to reach its final destination. Imagine holding something so ghastly, so terrifying. Where would you take it? The journey of John the Baptist's head is a narrative that has fascinated biblical scholars and historians alike. A tale of such horror, it begs the question, where did the young girl take it? There are many theories, but none concrete. The reality is we may never know for sure. Some argue that the girl, overwhelmed by the gruesome task, would have taken the head to her mother Herodias, as per the original request. This chilling theory paints a picture of a mother and daughter entwined in a macabre scene, a stark contrast to the typical familial bond. Others suggest the young girl, filled with remorse or fear, may have secretly buried the head. A clandestine burial in the dead of night, perhaps, to hide her shame and guilt. The head, then, would have been returned to the earth, left to become one with the ground from which all life springs. Yet another theory proposes that the head was reunited with John's body. This would have required a journey to Machaerus, where John had been imprisoned and executed. A poignant end to a gruesome tale, the head and body reunited, offering a semblance of dignity in death. Some scholars, however, propose a more far-fetched theory. They suggest the head was taken to Rome and presented as a trophy, a grim reminder of the power Herodias wielded. This theory, while less likely, adds a chilling layer of political intrigue to the story. But let us not forget, this story is not merely about the physical journey of John the Baptist's head, it's also about the spiritual journey. It serves as a reminder of John's steadfast faith, his unwavering dedication to his beliefs, even in the face of death. The journey of John the Baptist's head is shrouded in mystery, but let it serve as a reminder of a deeper message. In the midst of fear and horror, we often overlook the message hidden within. From the chilling tale of John the Baptist's beheading, we can extract deep-seated moral and spiritual lessons that resonate even today. This story, gruesome as it may be, serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of revenge, the importance of standing for truth, and the power of manipulation. Revenge, a central theme in this narrative, is a destructive force that can lead to unimaginable horrors. In her thirst for vengeance, Herodias manipulated her daughter into asking for John's head. This act of retribution only begot more pain and suffering, not satisfaction. It is a potent reminder that revenge doesn't resolve conflicts, but rather escalates them, leading to a cycle of violence that is difficult to break. The story also underscores the importance of standing for truth, no matter the cost. John the Baptist, a man of unwavering faith, stood firm in his beliefs, even when it meant facing the wrath of the king. His courage and steadfastness are a testament to the power of truth. It reminds us that even when faced with adversity, we must hold on to our principles and stand for what is right. Moreover, the tale subtly exposes the power of manipulation. Herodias, using her daughter as a pawn, manipulated Herod into committing an act he regretted. This manipulation led to a horrific event that could have been avoided. It serves as a warning of how manipulation can cloud judgment, leading to actions that one may regret later. This narrative, although macabre, is not devoid of lessons. It forces us to reflect on our actions and their potential consequences. It encourages us to stand for truth even when it's uncomfortable, and warns us against the destructive nature of revenge and manipulation. Even in the most gruesome of tales, we can find lessons to guide us. Let these lessons not be lost in the horror of the event, but instead serve as a beacon, illuminating the path of righteousness and morality. Fear can paralyze us, or it can be the catalyst that propels us towards growth. This is the enigma of fear, a double-edged sword that can either freeze us in our tracks or push us to transcend our limitations. Often fear is viewed as a crippling negative emotion, but let's take a moment to reconsider this perspective. Fear, in its essence, is a survival instinct, a signal that alerts us to potential danger. But what happens when this instinct is triggered by perceived threats rather than real ones? This is where the biblical story we've been discussing comes into play, offering us profound insights. The tale of the mother's girl and the head of John the Baptist is a stark depiction of fear. However, it also presents a roadmap to overcoming this fear. The key lies in harnessing three powerful virtues: faith, courage, and wisdom. Faith in this context is not merely a religious construct. It is a potent force that instills in us the belief that we can rise above our circumstances, regardless of how daunting they may seem. Just as John the Baptist held steadfast to his faith amid adversity, we too can anchor ourselves in our beliefs, using them as a beacon to guide us through the storm of fear. Courage, on the other hand, is the act of facing our fears head-on. It is the audacity to step into the unknown, to confront what scares us, and to do so with grace. In the biblical narrative, courage was embodied by those who dared to question the actions of the mother's girl, standing up for what they believed was right. Lastly, wisdom allows us to discern the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. It equips us with the ability to analyze our fears, to understand their roots, and to address them in a rational manner. In the biblical story, wisdom was the silent observer, the voice of reason that whispered caution. Through the interplay of faith, courage, and wisdom, we can transform our fear from a paralyzing force into a catalyst for growth. As we navigate our own fears, let's remember the lessons from this biblical tale. Remember, even in the face of fear, there is always a path to courage and hope.